below the age of puberty and below the legal age of majority, still a child of my parents and still schooling. So I want to tell my story during the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic. So the COVID-19 pandemic is so unpredicted and it has affected us in many different ways. It has started since I was in the second year at the university. And one obvious impact we could all see is that students have to study online. It affects not only the quality of the lecture, but also the effectiveness as well as the development in among the students. Honestly, we students become somewhat lazier because we think we all have time to revise the lessons, but actually we don't have it. We don't even do it, although the time is all we have at that moment. And interpersonal interaction is greatly reduced. Attention span is poor. I think it's quite boring for me to carry out online lessons. Besides, mental health is also much mentioned during the pandemic, especially during the lockdown. I have friends who are extroverted and they enjoy time being outdoor, interacting and communicating with others, but it really took a toll on them. And when all they can do is just being at home and not allowed to be outside. And on the other end of the spectrum, as an introvert, I am impacted too. I love nature and traveling, but the outbreak kind of ruined all my plans to have fun outdoor. And in Vietnam, during the most serious outbreak we have from May to October of 2021, we're not allowed to go outside, even just to get food. And the food at the time was a scarce resource. Supply for vegetable, for rice, for meat was deficit. Hence, I was not able to cook anything I wanted. So I think there are many more aspects beside the nutrition and development of the child where the pandemic just swept through and left us with devastations. And we all need some time to recover from that.
But that does take me down to you, Ms. Ling, because as Robert already said earlier, to promote this and to bring this thinking around healthy eating is not easy. And we need influencers like yourselves who really have a great following of young people as well to help us to do that. And I know it's challenging to promote or ask people to adopt their healthy diets and food choices because we're surrounded by the advertisements, the marketing of everything that isn't necessarily healthy.
That is very challenging to change people's behavior when it comes to eating. I think it's a gradual process. It takes some time and effort. I think there are several reasons why people still haven't switched to healthy lifestyle. Is because firstly, they think it's very expensive and unnecessary. Absolutely, buying fresh and chemical-free food is quite costly and it's not usually on sales like food close to expiry date. But I believe the cost of eating low quality food is even higher. It can even cost us life if we are not aware of our daily food intake. Secondly, people think healthy food are boring because it contains lots of veggie and meat that are not very well seasoned. And thirdly, they think it's time consuming to prepare their own food. Absolutely right. It's quite time consuming actually. And this is where the fast food takes its place. Fast food is extremely convenient, especially to young and busy people. It takes no time to prepare, and beside that, fast food is much cheaper compared to self-prepared meals. So I think it's very hard to just stay away from such an appealing call.
Ms. Ling, did you want to add on something to this as well, on the sort of popularity back into the kitchen?
From my perspective as a young person who aspires to inspire people to stay healthy, I'd like to start from myself first. I think I'm not a Kayolial who boasts about healthy living while my day is filled with fast food and poor habits. And I try to build a community, although right now it's a quite small one, to encourage people to live healthy. I think when they see some of their peer doing it, they will start following. That's why I started my blog on Instagram. Its name is Potato's Writing. Why potato? Is because potato was healthy. And put it with me. That's that's why I started. It's all about ways to cook healthy food and help people practice self-love. Healthy life is not complicated. I think to me is a celebration of self-love. It's if it's not us doing it for our health, both mental and physical, then who's gonna do it for us? A society with awareness about their living is my vision and my drive to keep up the work that I'm doing as an influencer in Vietnam.
Thank you. I thank you. And I think the celebration of love is a beautiful one there to keep. I think Robert already said it's a social movement.
I think that advertisements, especially about food, has also affected young people like me. Actually, from my own experience, when scrolling or on Instagram or Facebook, I also always see so many advertisements about food that looks so pretty. And as a young person, I think my peers are also like me. We like good looking food. We eat not because of the taste, but we also eat because of the packaging. We buy something because of the packaging. So I think that advertisements and food provider, they try to make it more appealing to young people by making it pretty. But I see some hope here because I see so many of my friends, they are so aware of the nutrition. They start to detox. They start to eat more green food. They start to make their own food. I even see my some people of my team. They start to bring their own lunch to their work instead of ordering on some online apps. And I think it's just small steps, but I think we should take step by step, and it will eventually become a success. Talking about my peers so much so that now I want to turn to adults. I think that adults can encourage their children to healthy living by cooking delicious food and appealing healthy food. Healthy food is not boring at all, I believe. And beside that, I also agree with Robert. He said that go into the kids' places and speak in their language. I think it's very effective for parents to make food more appealing to kids, make it cute, make it fun, make it in the shape of a Disney characters or any movie characters that your children like. Parents should also take some time to carry out various activities with kids. It can be both outdoor or indoor as well. For example, for me, during the outbreak or during rainy days, I usually stay at home playing chess with my brother. It's impossible to break a habit right away, but we can develop new habits for kids to live healthier. Take one step at a time, and gradually it will become a new normal for kids.
Thank you all, and have a lovely rest of the day. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.